The Animals in the Forest 2025, a wild journey into nature. As dawn breaks through the towering canopy of ancient oaks and maples, a symphony of life awakens in forests around the world. The year 2025 marks a pivotal moment in our relationship with these woodland sanctuaries and their remarkable inhabitants. From the smallest beetle navigating fallen leaves to the majestic elk stepping gracefully through morning mist, forest animals continue to captivate, inspire, and remind us of nature's incredible diversity and resilience. The forest ecosystem, nature's masterpiece. Forests represent some of Earth's most complex and interconnected ecosystems. These living laboratories support an estimated 80% of terrestrial biodiversity, creating intricate webs of relationships that have evolved over millions of years. In 2025, scientists continue to discover new species while simultaneously witnessing the remarkable adaptability of familiar forest dwellers. The forest floor, often called nature's recycling center, teems with decomposers like beetles, millipedes, and countless microorganisms that break down organic matter. Above them, shrews and voles scurry through undergrowth, while salamanders seek moisture beneath rotting logs. This ground level supports the entire forest community, creating the foundation upon which all other life depends. Mammals, the forest's charismatic megafauna. The apex predators. At the top of many forest food chains, large carnivores play crucial roles in maintaining ecosystem balance. Gray wolves, once nearly extinct in many regions, have made remarkable comebacks in places like Yellowstone and the Great Lakes region. Their presence creates what ecologists call a landscape of fear, influencing prey behavior and movement patterns that ultimately benefit entire ecosystems. Mountain lions, also known as cougars or pumas, remain one of North America's most adaptable large predators. These solitary hunters can leap vertically up to 18 feet and horizontally up to 45 feet, making them perfectly suited for navigating dense forest terrain. Recent studies in 2024 revealed that these cats are expanding their ranges eastward, adapting to human-modified landscapes with surprising success. Black bears, perhaps the most recognizable forest mammals in North America, demonstrate remarkable intelligence and adaptability. These omnivores spend much of their time foraging for berries, nuts, and insects, though they're opportunistic enough to take advantage of any available food source. Climate change has altered their hibernation patterns in some regions, with bears emerging earlier from winter dens due to warmer temperatures. The herbivore giants. White-tailed deer remain abundant throughout North American forests, their populations having recovered dramatically from near extinction in the early 1900s. These graceful creatures have become so successful that they're now considered overabundant in many areas, leading to complex management challenges. Their browsing pressure significantly impacts forest understory vegetation, influencing the entire ecosystem structure. Elk, the largest members of the deer family in most forests, create and maintain meadows through their grazing patterns. Bull elk's haunting bugles during autumn mating season can be heard for miles, serving as one of nature's most stirring soundtracks. Recent research has shown that elk herds are adapting their migration routes in response to changing climate patterns and human development. Moose, the giants of the northern forests, face unique challenges in 2025. Rising temperatures have increased the prevalence of winter ticks and brainworm, parasites that can devastate moose populations. These magnificent animals, standing up to 6 feet tall at the shoulder, require cold winters to thrive, making them particularly vulnerable to climate change. The canopy dwellers. Squirrels and their relatives. Gray squirrels, red squirrels, and flying squirrels each occupy different niches within forest ecosystems. Gray squirrels excel at seed dispersal, burying thousands of nuts each fall and forgetting many of them, effectively planting future forests. Red squirrels are more territorial, often claiming and defending specific areas rich in coniferous seeds. Flying squirrels, despite their name, don't actually fly, but glide using skin membranes stretched between their limbs. These nocturnal acrobats can glide up to 150 feet between trees, rarely touching the ground. Recent technological advances have allowed researchers to better study these elusive creatures, revealing complex social structures and communication methods previously unknown. The arboreal architects. Porcupines, with their 30,000 quills, are master climbers that spend much of their time in treetops feeding on bark, buds, and leaves. Their unique defensive strategy makes them one of the few animals that most predators avoid. Interestingly, porcupine quills have inspired biomimetic research for medical applications, including improved surgical needles and drug delivery systems. Avian diversity, the forest's flying orchestra. Forest birds represent incredible diversity in size, behavior, and ecological roles. From tiny hummingbirds weighing less than a penny to powerful birds of prey, the avian community adds both beauty and function to forest ecosystems. Raptors, the sky hunters. Red-tailed hawks patrol forest edges and clearings, using their exceptional eyesight to spot prey from great distances. These adaptable hunters have successfully colonized urban areas while maintaining strong forest populations. Barred owls, with their distinctive "who cooks for you" call, are expanding their range westward, creating new ecological interactions and sometimes displacing native owl species. Great horned owls, apex predators of the night sky, demonstrate remarkable hunting versatility. These tigers of the sky can take prey as large as skunks and as small as insects, using their silent flight and powerful talons to hunt in complete darkness. Songbirds, nature's composers. Wood thrushes, with their flute-like songs, create some of the forest's most beautiful music. Unfortunately, these neotropical migrants face significant challenges from habitat loss both in their breeding grounds and wintering areas. Conservation efforts in 2025 focus on creating corridors that connect fragmented forest patches. Chickadees, year-round forest residents, display remarkable memory abilities, caching thousands of seeds each fall and remembering their locations throughout winter. These small birds form the core of mixed-species foraging flocks, serving as sentinel species that alert other birds to predators. Cardinals, with their brilliant red plumage and distinctive crest, have expanded their range northward as climate patterns shift. These seed-eating birds play important roles in plant dispersal and have become beloved backyard visitors in many regions. Woodpeckers, the forest carpenters. Pileated woodpeckers, crow-sized birds with striking red crests, create rectangular holes in dead trees while searching for carpenter ants and wood-boring beetles. Their excavations provide nesting sites for numerous other species, earning them the title of keystone species. Downy and hairy woodpeckers, smaller relatives of the pileated, demonstrate how similar species can coexist through resource partitioning. Downy woodpeckers feed on smaller branches and twigs, while hairy woodpeckers work on larger trunk sections, reducing competition between the species. Small mammals, the forest's busy workers. The nocturnal shift. Raccoons, with their distinctive facial masks and ringed tails, have become incredibly successful in both wild and urban environments. Their intelligence and dexterous front paws allow them to manipulate objects with remarkable skill. Recent studies suggest raccoons in urban areas may be developing enhanced problem-solving abilities compared to their rural counterparts. Possums, North America's only native marsupial, provide valuable ecosystem services by consuming enormous quantities of ticks, potentially reducing Lyme disease transmission. These misunderstood animals rarely carry rabies due to their lower body temperature and play dead when threatened rather than becoming aggressive. The tunnel diggers. Shrews, despite their mouse-like appearance, are actually more closely related to moles and are voracious insectivores. The tiny masked shrew must eat every few hours or risk starvation due to its incredibly high metabolism. These diminutive predators consume insects, spiders, and small vertebrates, playing crucial roles in controlling invertebrate populations. Eastern moles spend virtually their entire lives underground, creating extensive tunnel systems that can cover several acres. While sometimes considered garden pests, moles actually provide significant benefits by aerating soil and consuming large quantities of grubs and other soil-dwelling insects. Reptiles and amphibians, the cold-blooded contingent. Snakes, misunderstood predators. Eastern garter snakes, among the most common forest reptiles, demonstrate remarkable adaptability to various habitats. These harmless snakes hibernate communally in large groups, sometimes numbering in the thousands. Their diet consists primarily of amphibians, earthworms, and small mammals. Eastern rat snakes, excellent climbers capable of scaling vertical tree trunks, help control rodent populations in forest environments. These non-venomous constrictors can reach lengths of 8 feet and play important ecological roles as both predator and prey. Salamanders, indicators of forest health. Red-backed salamanders, lungless amphibians that breathe through their skin, serve as important indicators of forest health. These small creatures are incredibly abundant in eastern forests, with biomass often exceeding that of all birds and mammals combined. Their sensitivity to environmental changes makes them valuable monitoring species for ecosystem health. Spotted salamanders undertake remarkable migrations each spring, traveling from their forest homes to temporary pools for breeding. These nocturnal journeys often occur during warm, rainy nights and can involve thousands of individuals moving simultaneously across the landscape. Insects, the forest's invisible majority. While often overlooked, insects represent the vast majority of forest animal diversity. Beetles alone account for roughly 25% of all known animal species, with many specializing in specific forest microhabitats. Beneficial insects. Native bees, including bumblebees and solitary species, pollinate numerous forest plants. Unlike honeybees, which are introduced species, native bees have co-evolved with native plants, often showing remarkable specialization for specific flower types. Predatory insects like ground beetles patrol the forest floor, consuming pest insects and helping maintain ecological balance. These nocturnal hunters come in various sizes and shapes, each adapted for specific hunting strategies and prey types. Decomposers and recyclers. Carrion beetles perform essential ecosystem services by rapidly locating and burying small animal carcasses. These industrious insects compete fiercely for breeding resources, with some species showing elaborate parental care behaviors. Dung beetles, though more commonly associated with grasslands, also inhabit forest environments where they process the waste products of forest mammals. Their activities improve soil fertility and structure while reducing parasite loads in mammal populations. Conservation challenges and successes in 2025. The year 2025 brings both challenges and opportunities for forest wildlife conservation. Climate change continues to alter species distributions and ecosystem dynamics, forcing animals to adapt or relocate. Warmer temperatures are pushing some species northward and upward in elevation, creating new community compositions and ecological interactions. Habitat fragmentation remains a significant concern as roads and development divide once continuous forest blocks into isolated patches. However, innovative conservation strategies, including wildlife corridors and green infrastructure, are helping reconnect fragmented habitats. Technology plays an increasingly important role in wildlife monitoring and conservation. Trail cameras, GPS collars, and acoustic monitoring devices provide unprecedented insights into animal behavior and population dynamics. Citizen science programs engage the public in data collection, creating vast databases of species observations. Success stories abound in forest conservation. Wolf reintroduction programs have restored ecological processes in multiple ecosystems. Beaver populations have recovered in many regions, with their dam-building activities creating habitat for numerous other species. Wild turkey populations, once nearly extinct, now thrive in forests across their former range. The future of forest wildlife. Looking ahead from 2025, the future of forest animals depends largely on human actions and policy decisions. Sustainable forestry practices that maintain habitat diversity and connectivity will be crucial for wildlife survival. Climate adaptation strategies must consider the needs of forest species, including assisted migration programs for particularly vulnerable populations. Urban wildland interfaces present both challenges and opportunities. As human populations grow and development expands into forested areas, creating coexistence strategies becomes increasingly important. Wildlife-friendly development practices, including wildlife crossings and native plant landscaping, can help reduce human-wildlife conflicts while maintaining habitat connectivity. Education and public engagement remain fundamental to conservation success. When people understand and appreciate forest wildlife, they're more likely to support conservation initiatives and make wildlife-friendly choices in their daily lives. The forest animals of 2025 face an uncertain but not hopeless future. Through continued research, innovative conservation strategies, and public engagement, these remarkable creatures can continue to thrive in their woodland homes. Their survival ultimately depends on our commitment to preserving the complex, interconnected web of life that makes forests among Earth's most precious and vital ecosystems. As we venture deeper into the 21st century, the wild journey into nature's forest communities continues to reveal new wonders, present fresh challenges, and offer hope for a future where humans and wildlife can coexist in harmony. The animals in the forest remain our connection to the natural world, reminding us of our responsibility as stewards of these irreplaceable ecosystems and their incredible inhabitants.